another instance of incident.
On the same.
So this conference brings together like different concerns about sound, bring up new ideas of what sound could be, if it's something else than music or more than noise, what it does to our minds and brains and social togetherness, and if it exists at all in the real world. All these kind of questions will be discussed.
Please join me in welcoming Jan St. Werner.
So we've been working with D&B on this. We had kind of a residency in the studio in Buckner. For us, the soundscape system is not a PA system. For us, it is a studio. We want to be in there to work. So what happens if we compose while we're here? So we developed a technique which actually tried the first time at the Kinetic Speakers and Experimental Sound Creations classes at MIT, which is called multi-perspective composition.
About a year ago, when I was teaching at MIT, I had a meeting with Ian Condry, professor of the Global Studies and Languages at MIT. We talked about a transnational sound institute, like the idea that the multi-perspectivity in sound, which is people coming together and discussing the aspects of sound from different angles. So he suggested, let's make a conference. So the whole conference happens within that sound system.
It's a wonderful collaboration between Mouse on Mars and D&B, and connecting with what we're trying to do with the MIT Dissolve project, which is to dissolve the boundaries. This is our biggest event yet. We're very excited to be bringing a mix of musicians, experimental sound people, and audio technologists to explore new ways of hearing, new ways of creating sound, to help us rethink society, politics, the economy for a new millennium.
How many people will be are in the audience?
About 2,000, don't worry.
We can just see what happens. Okay, so does anybody in the audience want to say what they heard?
We have no rain. Bratwurst.
In the past we used to work more with technicians and audio engineers, and now it's also something new for us, working much closer with creative people like the duo Mouse on Mars. They use our new technology to remaster their current album with an object-based approach.
So last night, Mouse on Mars performed their Dimensional People, and it's a narrative. I feel like listening to that piece, it's like you're in a big home, you're going in different rooms, and every room is a different set of people, a different song.
And to experience music in a space where obviously everyone in the space hears something different, but they can share it, they can walk around, change perspectives, they communicate with each other. That is a great exercise of tolerance that you can play together. I would say there are basically two ways of understanding this technology. One is like you think you're inside an orchestra and you walk around between these instruments and you walk closer towards one instrument, or maybe you find a spot where like your favorite instruments sound perfectly right. But you could also imagine what actually does it sound like in your head.
The speakers are set around your ears and you're not focused on a stage or something. So the stage can be anywhere. Especially in our recordings, there's lots of elements, because on our record we had lots of guests and they kind of playing the same time. With this system, the resolution of hearing is much higher.
Let's play with the wheel and have a coffee, and thank you so much.
This wheel risked life and limb today. I'm transported on the top of Ian's car with bungee cords. So it's traveled a long way to get here, and let's see if it still works, hopefully.
Manchmal brauchst du einfach so Momente, wo das so ganz intensiv und auch ganz dezidiert wieder zusammenkommt. Und ich sage, man hält Austausch, ja, wir bleiben in Kontakt, hier ist meine Karte, sondern du bist an dem Ort, du sprichst miteinander. Und das ist immer noch so, oder vielleicht sogar mehr denn je, sogar in Zeiten des Internets ist das so essentiell wichtig, diesen direkten Austausch zu haben. Und wir nehmen uns dafür ja auch Zeit, das ist ja auch ein Wahnsinnsaufwand für uns, der Widerstand, den du außerhalb führst, der ist wichtig und gut, aber den musst du auch genauso immer wieder in das System bringen. Das ist total wichtig. Und das System wächst daran, aber du gestaltest es auch mit. Und die Codes, die wir jetzt auch setzen in den Algorithmen der Zukunft, die sind so wichtig, dass wir die jetzt mitschreiben und nicht sagen, die finden alle in Cupertino statt. Das machen alles irgendwie die Teslas und die Apples und die Microsofts und die Googles. Das machen genauso Freaks wie wir hier und die alle. Ja? Wir müssen das zusammen genauso mitgestalten. Man weiß nie, was wann, wie, wo plötzlich zu einer Veränderung führt.